Hey everybody, you in the market for a smartwatch but don't have a huge budget? Stick around, we're going to talk about this one right here, okay? Thanks. Hey friends, thanks for hanging out. Welcome to See My Cape Productions and another episode of On Cue Reviews, or maybe better, On Cue Overview today, because what I'm going to be doing an overview on just has too many things happening and it would take forever. I don't want to wear you out, so let's go through some of the stuff that I got here. All right, so it came in this cool white box and I thought that was nice. And it's actually called the Yoyofit fitness tracker. I kind of giggle at that name because it's a fitness tracker, but it's called Yoyofit. Yo-yo, much like many of the diets I may have or may not have been on in my lifetime, but there you go. Hey, that's the name. It's a cool name, and it is a fitness tracker. I thought that, this kind of reminds me of another product that comes in cool white boxes that, I don't want to name any names, but this is not a comparison video by any stretch of the imagination. It wouldn't be fair to either or. It's like comparing apples to, well, we're not going to go there. They might be listening. Anyhow, this not a fair comparison because the price of this is like $39, and the price of the other we don't want to talk about, okay? But if you're on a budget and you're taking your first step into smartwatch or maybe a fitness tracker and you want to try it out without taking a hit too hard, $39 is not a bad place to start. And you know what? I think it's worth more. But that's just me. Anyways, I will put a link down in the description, so if you would click on that when the video is done and maybe go check it out, who knows, maybe you might want one of these. I think it's pretty cool. First off, it was packaged really nice. It came in this cool bag that I'm going to use for my guitar picks. Shh, don't tell anybody. Anyhow, it's a nice substantial piece of gear and it looks really elegant. I like it. The nice big screen on the front is really awesome, and that's about at its brightest level. So I don't know how that would fare outdoors. It might be able to go up a little brighter, but I think that's at the brightest level that it can go. But that's all to say that it has so many different features. I'm going to do a little reading for you, just the description, so don't run off. Here we go. The description of this says, Yoyofit Smart Fitness Watch with heart rate monitor, waterproof fitness activity tracker, step counter with music player control. You can customize the face, and it's a GPS pedometer watch for women and men. And I thought it was very gentlemanly of them to mention the women first, and rightfully so. All right, so let's move on. There's lots of things to go over. Go real quickly. They give you a really neat, thick book that you probably don't want to read, but you probably should to learn all the functions. But you can also maybe find a review similar to the one I'm doing today to help you through some of it. But it has pictures and all that sort of thing inside here, which I think is very helpful. Also comes with a support card so that you can call for help if you have any questions, that sort of thing. A little screwdriver that you probably don't really need, because that, unless you get the other watch band that is metal that has an adjustment that to tighten or loosen for when you're fitting it to your wrist, you'll need to use that for that first time. But it comes with a screen protector, and I picked this gray cloth material. I really liked it. It was comfortable, I thought, and it just made it look that much more elegant, I thought, as well. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the features. First of all, I like that you can turn your wrist and it comes on, all right? That's first, number one. Number 2, it is touch screen, however, not up here. That doesn't do anything up here, all right? So you have to be down on this bottom quarter of the face to go through and navigate to the different functions, all right? So I'm going to tap that, open it up, and we're going to the first thing. First thing is a pedometer. Keep track of your steps. It says I've done 25 steps today. I have not worn this all day today. So here we go, because I was preparing for what we're doing right now. All right, so next, keeps track of your sleep. It's a sleep monitor. How well are you resting? It'll keep track of that. Next, it is a heart rate monitor, so you can check your pulse. Love that. This is your training feature. Long press, and you can go in and go through the different sports activities that they have pre-programmed in here to track your activity. For instance, walking, running, cycling, skipping, badminton, basketball, and a white ball with black dots on it that they call football. All right, we know that's called soccer. That's what we call it. Anywho, so any one of those sports, let's try walking. Do a long press, it opens it up, and now it keeps track of your beats per minute, calories you've burned, and how far you have walked right there, okay? And miles and that sort of thing. Get out of that window, and now we're going to the next feature, which is notifications. If you get a message from your phone, it will show you a truncated version of that message right here. The way you'll know is there'll be a little light that flashes up here on the top, like a little green light, tiny little light, and that means you've got a little message in here to check out. You can, as a side note, you can connect this and sync it to your social media accounts. That is helpful as well. This will measure your blood pressure. I thought that was great, right? So test your blood pressure and it'll give you a number. Some people and some doctors say that's not as accurate, but it does give you a number, and I like that they thought of that. It checks your oxygen level, blood oxygen level. Not sure why it does that, but I guess that's important. So there you go. Then you can control your camera. You can take pictures by hitting that icon right there. It will activate your camera. Then you can control your MP3 player. You can go in to change the watch face and such, and some other customizations that you can do in the watch in that toolbox feature right there, all right? So then you're back to the home screen. One of the things I've noticed is that it goes off very quickly once it's on, so you kind of got to keep staying active to keep it on to know what's going on, all right? That's that. The battery life on this thing is great. When I first charged it 4 days ago, it lasted clear through today. And I thought that was great because my other watch I have to charge every day, which, you know, no big deal, but I like that this has a longer life in its battery. All right, so speaking of that, charging, you get this little happy face charger, all right? And it's similar to something I've seen before, but it has a smiley face, and I like the smiley face. So, but it's very different. It clips on, and check this out. There's actual pins that you have to line up on the watch. So you take your watch, line up the pins, set it down in there like that. You don't press it, and when the little battery icon shows up on the front, then you know it's charging. You just plug it into a charging block that you have laying around from other items, other devices you may have. That's kind of it, kids. I mean, if you're first stepping into this, it gives you an option. It's your first time in and you want a smartwatch, you want a fitness tracker, you're not going to get hit very hard by using this, all right? Because $39, you can't beat that. That's pretty good. And it has a lot of features. Now, I will say that with any piece of technology, you want to kind of commit to it enough to at least learn it. Otherwise, you're going to get frustrated trying to figure things out. Read the manual, go through things, check them out, try them out, And you're probably better off if this is your first time using any kind of a smart watch, because now you're just learning from scratch. So there you have it. It's a nice watch. It's sleek. It's kind of elegant looking, and it's got a nice big face on the front. I like that. Not much more I can say about it. There's a link downstairs. I think it's cool. Check it out. Definitely worth the money. Maybe worth more in my opinion. So check it out so you can get all the features and all it can do, because I'm sure I've left a few things out just trying to make this thing so it's not like watching a soap opera, okay? So anyhow, thanks a lot. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. And hey, we believe you can fly.